Nasdaq TradeTalks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. We're coming to you live from Consensus by CoinDesk in Austin, Texas. And joining me for this segment, we have Helene Braun. She's a U.S. Markets Reporter at CoinDesk. Helene, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to TradeTalks.
Thanks for having me.
And before, off camera, we were talking about how Consensus has grown from when we first started covering it to this diverse space with over 15,000 people in it. What are some of the key themes that you're taking away from the event?
Yeah, this is actually my first Consensus. I'm so impressed by all this great talent here today and this week. I think the key topics this year are regulation, markets. People are talking about, are we entering a crypto winter or not? But I do think people don't seem to care that Bitcoin's down. They don't seem to care that the market is down. You know, they really know that crypto isn't just, quick profit. They really see the long-term value, and I think it's just really impressive to see all these people in one room with like-minded people and coming in from all across the world.
Yeah, I think the way the story is being told is certainly more developed and trying to reach a broader group than just the Bitcoin crowd. There's so many different applications for blockchain technology, as you well know.
Yeah.
Tell us about the panel that you sat on.
My panel today is about the crypto winter, or the Powell put. We're going to talk a little bit about inflation. We're going to talk about where do we see Bitcoin going, how low can it potentially go. You know, analysts are saying that it could go as low as 17K, which is a level that we saw in 2018. So the crypto winter is definitely going to be a topic that I'll be touching on. And yeah, I have great panelists on my panel today, so I'm excited about that.
Let's talk about inflation. We got the inflation print yesterday on Friday. Clearly it was, as expected, not good. How is Bitcoin being impacted by that?
Yeah, Bitcoin is affected very much by inflation. We saw the price drop yesterday right after the report came out. Today it went as low as 28,500, which is a number that we haven't seen in 5 weeks. I think the inflation number is telling us that investors are still very much not into risky assets. They still, they fear more monetary tightening, and I think the Fed is going to be aggressive in the next meeting. This was the last big economic indicator that we're seeing before the Fed meeting next week, and I think that we should expect another half-point rate increase.
Yeah, I mean, we've been through ups and downs in crypto before. I think there's been 6 or 7 bear markets at this point. But I guess the key question is, when does it decouple from equities? That really has been a key part of the conversation. There's different applications to it, not just Bitcoin, but for a number of the other coins as well. It was an inflation hedge, it was digital gold. I think it's just trying to figure itself out as the asset class matures, because there are different applications versus just being a store of value.
Yeah, I think first of all, there's this old financial saying that in crisis, correlation goes to 1, and that's why we're seeing Bitcoin being down and the correlation being so high, because we're in a bearish market right now. I think once we see a bullish market, once we see the economy slow down again, and the equity market going up, the crypto market going up, I think the correlation is going to be much lower then. And about the fact that Bitcoin is supposed to be an inflation hedge, I think that we're just not there yet. I think we're just not seeing the mass adoption yet. So Bitcoin is just not at a place right now where it can compete with the US dollar, just quite yet. But hopefully in the future that will be the case.
All right, Helene, appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.